Welcome back, agents. Post here, and today I'm delivering you a straightforward, no BS, high escalation build. This isn't your standard striker run and gun. This is a pressure engine built to do one thing: clear those high tier escalations. Most builds try to burst enemies down fast. That's not going to work in tier 10. Those kills here are earned. This one gets stronger the longer the fight goes. You're building pressure and power, and once it ramps up, there's no stopping it. This build, my fellow agents, is going to be your high tier secret weapon. We're combining the non-stop sustained damage from the MK46 LMG, fueled by arguably the current meta gear set in the game, tipping scales. And we're finishing it off with a weapon that was just introduced to us during the Cherry Blossom event. That is the secret weapon that finishes the fight, the First Bloom Assault Rifle. And right now you can get most of the pieces for the build through Countdown, Summit, and those retaliations. As always, make sure you have your target loot selected to the right selection before you start to farm. Also, double check your crafting bench because you may already be able to craft these items for your build. Now, as for the First Bloom Assault Rifle, now you were only able to get that through the Cherry Blossom event, but rumor has it it's going to be coming around to future events, so fingers crossed. And hopefully you got one while it was around. Now first we got the build breakdown for you, then we got the build stats and modifiers, followed up with the kill loop and some gameplay to show you exactly how this build runs, but you know the drill. Before we get into it, I need your help to grow this channel, my fellow agents. To do that, I ask you to help me hit my likes goal for this video. So please hit that like and subscribe button to help this Postmaster keep delivering more Division content to the farthest reaches of the interwebs. Starting off, I'm using Gunner as my specialization. This is going to give you armor on kill, faster reloads, faster rate of fire after every kill, and for the main reason that I'm using this, ammo regeneration every 60 seconds. During those high tiers, you're going to burn through ammo so fast that every little bit is going to help. Also, remember to have your correct weapon selected in the tree to get that 15% weapon damage bump. As a secondary option, Technician is also a great choice. This is going to be used to counteract that hot foot in tiers 6 through 10. Because with Technician, you get the passive Faraday Field talent, which will make you immune from shock and disruption as long as you are near an active skill. So just pop a turret up and you won't get shocked out of cover, but you will still take damage from it. But as for me and my playstyle, I'll stick with Gunner for that ammo regen and just do my little joystick dance to help keep me safe. Now, are you ready? Break it down! For our build Snapshot, we're working with the MK46 as our primary, the First Bloom as our secondary, the Quick Step as a sidearm, a 4-piece tipping scales gear set with a Petrov brand glove and a Grupo chest piece. Let's kick off the breakdown with our primary, the prototyped MK46 LMG. This is what starts the fight and keeps it under control. Weapon damage is sitting at 160,000, and the augment on this weapon is Echo. This is going to give you a chance to deal double damage with each shot. It has 15% LMG damage, 12% damage to targets out of cover, and a maxed out 9% damage to armor as its attributes. As for the talent, I'm running Frenzy. For every 10 bullets in the mag, you gain 3% rate of fire and weapon damage for 9 seconds, but only when you reload from empty. Now you would think because of this talent, I'd want my magazine size to be as large as possible, but in this case, that's not true. Because with the gear set and my global modifier, I'm going to be sitting at 160 round magazine size, which is the sweet spot for keeping Frenzy procced as much as possible. So instead, I chose to go with the tactical small pouch for that extra reload speed. Now when this season ends, I'll be switching back over to that 50 round large pouch from the Gunner specialization. That'll put me at a 195 round magazine, which is still in that sweet spot that I like to be to keep Frenzy procced. For the secondary, it's this build's secret weapon, the First Bloom Assault Rifle. And I was lucky enough to get a prototype version of this weapon during the Cherry Blossom event. And even though it's not your primary, it's going to be your execution tool for any enemies that are still standing when you switch from your LMG. Weapon damage is sitting at 169,000, and the augment on here is Amalgam. This is giving us a chance to apply a random status effect on every bullet. It has 17.4% assault rifle damage, 28% health damage, and 13% damage to targets out of cover as its attributes. Now what separates this gun from the rest of the pack is its unique and exclusive weapon talent called Bloom Harvest. This amplifies your weapon damage by 3.3% for each 10% combined armor and health the enemy has remaining. That means from the very first shot you fire, this one's hitting hard. Your damage numbers do start to drop as you're chipping away at the enemy's armor and health, but what I've noticed with this weapon is by the time that starts happening, the fight's already over. Now there's a lot of math and stat sheets that go into how this talent works, and a lot of other creators out there that have explained it far better than I ever could. So I'm going to recommend one that really dives into the mechanics of this gun by one of the top Division 2 agents out there, Tuxedo Bandito. Link to his video will be in the description. And while you're there, check out some of his music. He's got some real bangers over there. You might even add a few to your gaming playlist. For the sidearm, I'm using the Quick Step. This is going to be for that 20% extra movement speed that you get from the talent sport mode. I have the attribute roll to swap speed. And moving on to the gear, I am using a 4-piece tipping scales gear set. This is the engine that's going to fuel your build. The 2-piece is going to give you a 30% increase in magazine size, and the 3-piece is going to give you a 30% increase in LMG damage. And when you have a 4-piece full set, you're going to get that talent throttle control. Shooting build stacks to a max of 50. Each stack provides a 0.5% weapon handling and a 4% crit hit damage. You lose 6 stacks per second while not shooting, and no stacks are lost when your enemy is suppressed. The first piece I'm running is the mask with an echo augment. It does have weapon damage on this, crit hit chance with a crit hit chance modifier. The second piece is the holster with the augment amalgam. It has a weapon damage core on it with crit hit damage as its attribute. The third piece is the knee pads, and we're stacking another echo augment on here. It has a weapon damage core on it with a crit hit chance attribute. And for the final piece of tipping scales, we're using the backpack. The augment on this is amalgam, stacking more status effect chance. We're running a weapon damage core on here, a crit hit chance attribute with a crit hit chance modifier. The backpack also comes with an additional talent called Snowball, increasing our crit hit damage from 4 to 7%. The next piece is going to be the named Petrov brand set contractor gloves. This is going to give us an extra 10% LMG damage. It has the augment echo on here, stacking more chance for that double damage. And it has a weapon damage core on it with damage to armor and crit hit chance as its attributes. And for the final piece on this build, we're using a Grupo chest piece. This is going to give us an additional 13% crit hit damage for its brand set bonus. I do have an echo augment on this as well. It has a weapon damage core on it with double crits for its attributes and a crit hit chance modifier. For the talent, we're running Obliterate, stacking even more damage onto this build. For the skills, I'm using the Reviver Hive and the Decoy. And as for those global modifiers, I'm using Optimize Overload as my active, Convert Offense 1, Convert Offense 2, and Split Utility. This is going to give us a 90% increase in headshot damage, a 30% increase in magazine size, 15% max armor, and 5% skill damage. As for my stats, I have a 5.6% status effect chance from Amalgam, a 9.4% double damage chance from Echo, and those numbers are going to keep going up as I level up those augments. For the MK46, I have 160,000 weapon damage, 58% crit hit chance, 99.8% crit hit damage, 175% headshot damage, and 21% armor damage. And as for our secret weapon, the first bloom, we're at 169,000 weapon damage, 58% crit hit chance, 99.8% crit hit damage, 165% headshot damage, and 12% armor damage, with an additional 28% health damage. Now you've seen the build, let's see what it can do in real action. The loop is simple and straightforward. Find your position, toss your decoy, and start building pressure with your primary. Keep your finger on the trigger, building stack and crit damage from tipping scales. Don't let up and don't reload until empty. You want to proc frenzy as much as possible. Here's the important part. Remember to keep dancing with your little joystick wiggle to keep you safe from hot foot. Just keep peeking back and forth, in and out of cover, hitting your shot. By now, your tipping talent should be at max stacks, so now let's have some fun. Once you empty your mag, before reloading, swap to the first bloom. Combining the Blossom Harvest talent with a maxed out throttle control and Obliterate will have you dealing out insane damage numbers. This build works because it never stops applying pressure. The MK46 is the power, tipping scales fuels the build, and our first bloom secret weapon finishes the fight. And once this one gets rolling, it can't be stopped. Now let's finish off this tier 10, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for hanging out with your Division 2's Postmaster. Let me know in the comments what kind of build your Tier 10 secret weapon is. If you enjoyed this one, do me a solid and drop a like and subscribe for more Division 2 builds and breakdowns, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the Postmaster future builds. And if you're looking for a Striker Escalation build, then check out the link in the description. I got a setup just for you. As always, my fellow agents, thank you for your time and support. The Division 2 community is truly special, and it is my privilege to have you all on this journey with me. GG's, agents. You stay frosty out there. Post out.
Rogue agent detected.